So they're going to speak on the Cincinnati fight. There's a video out there showing a white guy on the floor getting kicked, getting stomped, getting beaten. However, a white lady interfered to try and break up the fight, to stop the fight. And she got sucker punched while she was only trying to stop the fight. So she's going to speak as well. But a lot of people were saying, why did she get hit when she wasn't even part of the fight or the problem? That's why people are saying that she's trying to do the right thing and she got hit for trying to do the right thing.
There was a big fight that broke out in downtown Cincinnati last week, and I'm sure some of you saw it. It was a bunch of black people that beat up a white guy, and then they beat up a white girl. And I never jump to conclusions when I just see the fight in progress. What led to the fight is what I'm always thinking about. Now, there has been footage of the white guy. It looked like he opened hand. It didn't look like a huge slap, but he did make contact with one of the black guys. And then there's rumors that the white guy said the N-word. And I haven't seen the video yet. I don't know. So I'm not going to say, hey, white guy calls a black guy the N-word. White guy touches a black guy. Yeah, you might get beat up. The only thing that I am 100%, doesn't matter what was said, doesn't matter what was done, was one lady was in there trying to break it up, white lady, and she got sucker punched and knocked out by a dude. And as soon as I saw that, I go, okay, that's where it's too far. Because come to find out, she was a single mom, and I don't care what she said. I don't care what was done. She wasn't a threat to anybody. She wasn't out there. You weren't worried about her at all. You just took that opportunity to sucker punch her and knock her out. And it's never okay. It wouldn't be okay if it was a white guy knocking out a black girl. It's not okay if it's a black guy knocking out a white girl. It's not okay if a black guy's knocking out a black girl or a white guy's knocking out a white girl. It's just not okay because she wasn't a threat. You're a dude. I don't even care if she said anything. There's nothing you can tell me that can justify it. And the bad part was, it was in my city, Cincinnati, downtown. Even when I saw where the fight was, I knew right where it was. I knew right where the street was. I walked down the street. Every restaurant's on that street. So I just hate that. One, I hated my city's got a past like that between, oh my God, the Timothy Thomas case back in like 2000. And then recently the guy killing the cop because a cop killed his son. And now this racially thing happened in Cincinnati. Because listen, any major city is going to have crime. In any major city, you're going to have issues when you're dealing with lower income people, whether it's trailer park white, whether it's Latino, whether it's black. When you're dealing with lower income people, it comes with its own set of problems.
The biggest thing that I think really upsets me is the desensitization of humans, where there's a brutal attack, attempted murder in front of you, and they all think, oh, cool, let me get my phone and record it. I truly hope that in the future there's some sort of bill to where somebody has to be prosecuted or at least fined if they don't call 911 first to save someone's life. I have felt hopeless for the future of my children, what kind of world they're going to grow up in, because it has just gotten, worse and worse.
We have a guiding principle, two beautiful words: common sense. If you commit a crime and you're punished for it, you will commit less crimes, and the punishment has to fit the crime. This is a life sentence for her. And anybody who has a mom in their life, a wife in their life, a daughter in their life knows that there's no recovery from that. Every single day for the rest of her life, she's going to have to live through this. And yet the person who does it gets away with, oh, you're a bad guy, and if you give us $400, we'll put you in some sort of community service program. No, that person should suffer just as much as she's going to.
I'm terrified to go outside. I have panic attacks. And it's like full-blown panic attacks. Like my whole body just starts tingling, and it's like I can't breathe. That it's like I'm there in that moment again, over and over every time I have a panic attack, and where my brain is having trouble understanding like what's real, what's not real. It feels like it's happening over and over again. And so my brain's like, I'm safe, I'm okay, but then it's like that moment of panic of like thinking that I'm there. We are victims, and I know for a fact that I did absolutely nothing wrong other than to try and help someone. You know, that's really all I can say about it, but it is, the light will be shed at some point, and you guys will see that this was a heinous crime for no reason.
Thank God for social media, because now the folks up in Cincinnati, the clear folk, they got a flyer going around telling the white citizens, oh, protect yourself against people of color. They got a number. They're trying to riot and rally. He's very much giving KKK, really trying to make it seem like it was a hate crime, like black people are just out here attacking white people. And I'm so grateful for social media, because we can clearly see who's who. And the negative stereotypes and propaganda that the world, society, white society has been pumping out about black people for decades, ever since the television was invented, we can now speak for ourselves because we have our own platforms. And this is why I use my voice to say whatever it is that I need to say, because baby, we ain't going. Y'all not, we got to keep saying it. Y'all keep trying to destiny swap. We know who the perpetrators are of the most heinous crimes committed against humanity. And it is not people that look like me. It's not us. It's not. White people are not just getting attacked because they're white. If we literally wanted to return the energy, it would be terrible. The streets would be terrible. And y'all keep thinking that y'all big and bad. Y'all really think that, do y'all know what a YN is? These young, they don't give a fuck. They ain't got nothing to lose. Y'all keep thinking that y'all could hit people, assault people, attack people. If we fight each other like that, y'all love to say black on black crime, even though we could say white on white crime, Asian on Asian crime. Everybody who's in proximity to each other commits crimes against each other. That's just how it goes. But y'all keep pumping out this negative propaganda about black people. If y'all think that we're thugs and we fight each other and we unalive each other, what do you think we would do to you? Leave black people alone. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. I understand y'all are glitching and malfunctioning because this is not 1955. You can't just go around whipping black people's ass and harassing and stalking and assaulting without consequence. And you genetically, you don't know how to handle that. This is what a little bit of equality looks like. But we don't bother y'all. If you leave us alone, we leave you alone. That's it. Go off to Arkansas. Go live in the mountains. Go create your cults. Protect the kids out there. But go off and do your own thing. We don't care. Just leave us alone. Leave us alone. Y'all keep thinking y'all the only persons that's carrying. Black people carry too. Don't write a check that you can't cash. Spread love, Mr. Brooklyn way.
I do not like Cincinnati being portrayed in a negative light on the national news. We can do better. We can do so much better. That being said, I will not tolerate lawlessness on the streets of Cincinnati. I owe it to you, as people who live and work here, to get the lawlessness under control. Okay? Now, I also want to emphasize there is no room for politics in law enforcement. No politics.
More to the story. Here's what Montana's Merriweather's mother had to say outside of court.
These Russians was walking down the street, and on the video he said, "You want to mess with these Russians?" And he smacked the first guy, you know. But it wasn't like they thugs. My child is in school. He had 5 kids. He's on the B honor roll in school. And he's not the thug that they put out in there to be.
Now, if you remember, Chief Terry Thiege